With the first pick of the 2025 MLB Draft, the Washington Nationals select Eli Willits, a shortstop from Fort Cobb Broxton High School in Fort Cobb, Oklahoma.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Will Leach. Today is Monday, July 14th, and it was a busy weekend. They had a futures game, they had a celebrity softball game, they had a big draft, and they also played a whole bunch of actual real baseball game between teams that we all know. It's a lot to get to, which is particularly worrisome because it's my job to sum it all up in under 10 minutes. So I should probably stop all this throat clearing and get going.
I'm just excited, thankful to the Nationals organization for giving me this chance. I want to thank God for everything, but at the end of the day, I'm just ready to get out there and get to work.
So yeah, they had the first full 3 rounds of the MLB Draft on Sunday night. You may have noticed the commissioner came out and he said a whole bunch of guys' names. But the big news came from 2 players selected in the top 5. First, the first overall pick taken by the Nationals turned out to be, in a bit of a surprise, Eli Willits, a high school shortstop from Oklahoma, who is the son of former Angels outfielder and teammate of Mike Trout, Reggie Willits. If hearing that a former Mike Trout teammate now has a son old enough to be picked in the MLB Draft makes you feel old, how's this hit you? Eli Willits is only 17 years old, the youngest top pick in MLB history. He's 17. He was born on December 9th, 2007. 2007! Justin Verlander won 18 games that year, and he's still pitching. If that didn't make you feel old enough, how's this? There's about to be another holiday in Denver. With the 4th pick, the Rockies selected Ethan Holliday, the son of franchise legend Matt Holliday. Ethan is a shortstop prospect out of Oklahoma, and if that sounds familiar, that's of course exactly what his older brother Jackson was when the Orioles selected him with the first overall pick just 3 years ago. The Rockies picked Ethan 27 years after they chose his dad in the 7th round of the 1998 draft. So if you've still got Matt Holliday's jersey, you might not even have to get a new one. They haven't given out Matt's uniform number 5 since 2018 when Carlos Gonzalez wore it. They might as well save it for Ethan.
The Rockies organization, I'm just so thankful, and obviously with the family and the background and my dad being drafted by them, and that just adds such a cool thing, and knowing everybody in the organization since I was born. So I'm super thankful.
The other top 5 picks, the Angels picked UC Santa Barbara right-hander Tyler Bremner. The Mariners took LSU left-hander Cade Anderson, and the Cardinals selected Tennessee left-handed flamethrower Liam Doyle. The draft's 3 full rounds were on Sunday. You can get all the picks on MLB.com, and you can also watch rounds 4 to 20 on MLB Network starting at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday. There will be no more sons of Matt Holliday picked. I checked. There are only 2. He's run out of them.
Swinging a high fly ball into left field, driving back Mangum. He's turning around. That is up there. That is gone. It's gone. It's a home run. He hit another one out. The Red Sox lead it 4-1.
I know that you are sad that there are no baseball games today, Monday, but you know who's really sad? The Red Sox. The Red Sox are a team that very much does not want a day off right now. They came into Sunday afternoon's tilt against the Rays, riding a 9-game win streak, a streak in which they had absolutely blasted their opponents, outscoring them 66-23 over the streak. Could they make it 10 in a row for the first time since the 2018 team that won 108 games in the World Series? They could! Brian Bello gave up just 1 run in 6 1/3 innings, and the smoking hot Cedar Rafaela hit a 2-run homer in the 6th. They even let him wear that green monster mascot head in the dugout as the Red Sox beat the Rays 4-1. After the All-Star break, the Sox have some super hard series coming up, facing the Cubs, Phillies, and Dodgers back-to-back. But the way they're going right now, well, they surely wish they could play all those games this exact second. Remember when the Orioles traded Kyle Stowers and Connor Norby to the Marlins for Trevor Rogers? Well, Kyle Stowers sure does.
Stowers in the air, deep right center field. Mullins on the run, warning track, walk on!
Kyle Stowers now with a drive to right field and deep. Going back is Laureano, he looks up, and it is out of here! Home run, Stowers!
Who swings and he lifts one in the air, deep to right field, away, back and gone! Stowers with his third of the afternoon.
Stowers, who will be repping the Marlins at the All-Star game on Tuesday, hit 3 homers on Sunday, going 5 for 5 with 6 RBIs as the Marlins thwacked the Orioles 11-1. Yuri Perez threw 7 shutout innings, by the way. Miami, I don't know what your future plans are for Stowers, but here's a suggestion. Don't trade him. He'll come back stronger and more powerful than ever before. Apparently pretty vengeful. After the break, we don't talk about the Brewers enough. They're like Bruno from Encanto, except a baseball team rather than a fictional character voiced by John Leguizamo.
2-0 pitch. Hit off the end of the bat to third. Siegler picks it off and throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Freddie Peralta.
With all of the Red Sox excitement going on, I'm not sure enough people have noticed that the Brewers have won 7 in a row. That's the case after Freddie Peralta took a no-hitter into the 6th inning and Jackson Chourio hit his 16th homer in the Brewers' 8-1 pounding of the Nationals. The Brewers are now 16 games over 500, quite comfortably in the top wildcard spot in the NL, only 1 game behind the Cubs in the Central. They would be tied with the Cubs, but Shota Imanaga gave up 2 hits and 1 run in 7 innings. Michael Busch hit his 19th homer as the Cubs won the rubber game of their 3-game set at Yankee Stadium. I bet you didn't realize the NL Central was that close, did you? Remember the 2009 movie Whip It with Elliot Page and Kristen Wiig? Our next section is like that, except it's not about roller derby, it's about baseball. It's time for the whip around. Look who's in first place in the NL East again. It's the Phillies. Despite a slump that had them losing 10 of their last 17 coming into Sunday, the Phillies avoided a sweep in San Diego with a 2-1 win, thanks to another fantastic performance from Christopher Sanchez, who raised his record to 8-2 and lowered his ERA to 2.50, further arguing his teammates' argument that he should be in the All-Star game. That win launched the Phils back into first place at the break because walk-off alert!
Lofty over Mauricio, base hit. Here comes Tolbert, flying around third. The throw, the dive, he's safe. The Royals win it.
Nick Lofton blew up the single to score Tyler Tolbert as the Royals salvaged the 3rd game of their series against the Mets, winning 3-2. Last year, the Phillies were 8.5 games up in the division heading into the break. Now it's just half a game, but they are up. Congrats to Terry Francona. The guy who brought the first World Series title to Boston since 1918 became the 13th man in MLB history to reach 2,000 wins with the Reds' 4-2 win over the Rockies. He actually just needs 9 more wins to pass Leo DeRocher for 12th all-time. Way to go, Tito! The Dodgers had a 7-game losing streak heading into Saturday. Can you believe that? They sapped that streak with a 2-1 win over the Giants on Saturday and started a brand new winning streak with a 5-2 win over the Giants on Sunday. For all the freaking out about everyone's been doing about the Dodgers, they head into the break with a 5-game lead in the division and the best record in the National League. Blue Jays might be cooling down a bit heading into the break after their wild winning streak got them into first place in the AL East. They ended up losing 2 of 3 in West Sacramento this weekend, culminating in a 6-3 A's victory on Sunday. The Jays are 2 games up on the Yankees and 3 games up on those Red Sox. Nathan Eovaldi wrapped up a totally tubular first half, striking out 8 and giving up just 1 run in 7 2/3 innings as the Rangers beat the Astros 5-1. Eovaldi's current ERA is 1.58, which is super low, dude. The Angels had a chance to go into the break at 500 or better for the first time since 2021, but the Diamondbacks were like, nope! Arizona won 5-1, dropping the Angels back to 2 games under 500, 4 games out of the wild card, and into 4th place in the AL West. Cal Raleigh did not homer on Sunday, leaving him 1 homer short from Barry Bonds' all-time record for homers hit before the All-Star break. But Jorge Polanco, Mitch Garver, Julio Rodriguez, Randy Arozarena, and Cole Young all did homer as the Mariners beat the Tigers 8-4. Potential trade target Mitch Keller did his best impersonation of teammate and All-Star starter Paul Skeens, holding the Twins to 4 hits and 1 run in 6 innings as the Pirates beat the Twins 2-1, ending the Pirates' 8-game losing streak. Also, this happened on Saturday, but did you see that Byron Buxton hit for the cycle on his bobblehead day? That's a pretty good day. The Guardians have now won 6 of their last 7 after beating the White Sox 6-5 in 10 innings, though to be fair, the last 4 of those games are against the White Sox. They still count. That's all for today's Morning Lineup Podcast. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to give us a rating and review and tell everyone you know about this podcast. Matt Monaghan will be with you to wrap up the Home Run Derby tomorrow. I will return Friday morning, post-All-Star game, to preview the second half of the season and also orate with a perhaps elevated level of enthusiasm. Enjoy All-Star Week, y'all!